Throw Gang, we are joined by the MF Pen 15 Prince, Lawrence Schlossman, and myself, the new creative director of J.Crew, James Harris. Welcome to the weekly voting of the boys, with today's full episode only available on
Patreon.com/throwingfits.
Before we get into J.Crew back, all my hashtag Menswear motherfuckers saying J.Crew back. The hashtag Menswear dick riding be crazy. And maybe, if we're lucky, pegging and butt stuff.
Ooh, as a treat.
Let's get into a fit check.
As a little behind the back door treat.
A little behind the scenes.
Little backdoor treat for the fellas.
The scenes are your cheeks.
How are you doing?
I'm good. A little tired from our Fab Five dinner last night at Chuck L'Orange. Peking Chuck House, baby.
I'm still full, dude. Honestly, dude, I would get slutted out for any type of Chinese food. Delivery, Peking Duck House,
you do got
whatever.
you do got jungle fever when it comes to ginger scallion sauce.
Yellow fever.
Yellow fever. What did I say?
Jungle fever.
Oh, you got that too.
What was your favorite thing that we got?
The duck.
Yeah, so good. Are you a big crispy skin guy?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
What?
I just want to make sure.
I made a skin burrito.
Yeah. Chuck had never had Peking
I'm the
duck
skin.
before.
I'm the skin god, bro.
Honestly, based on the DMs I got, like a lot of people are not familiar with the delicacy that is Peking duck, which is
fuck 'em.
frightening.
Yeah. They're too busy focusing on Americana and made in the USA.
Smash burgers, smash burgers in Madras.
The guy in the mustache making
Critters.
burgers at every event.
Yeah. Dude.
Shout out, Shy.
All right, you want to do a fit check? You want to start?
Yeah.
Start.
On the feats I had, A6.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. These ain't out yet, Young Dro.
What is
A6.
the model? Can you get the model?
It's a Gel Nimbus 9.
Oh, you have like a bunch of that model, but in different colorways that won't be out till fall.
Yes.
Sample size. The sample size fucking Sultan.
Yeah. Sample size slut.
Triple S, dude. The Triple S God. Okay.
Those are hitting. Just fucking un-DS them
Yeah, they're nice.
for the fit pick.
Your new thing, or not your, what you did with a guest who we can't spoil because or guests, I should say, that is coming out in 2 weeks. Is your new thing is like, oh, what's your shoe size? Oh, your sample size? Why don't you come through to the shoe store?
Yeah.
How many pairs did they get?
Beep. A lot. And I'm being generous with them because no one man can have all that power. That power being fucking heat from A6.
You gave away like 3 pairs.
2 pairs.
2 pairs. Shit.
To a well-deserving clouded guest, Colin. I'm sorry that Lawrence brought that up like he shouldn't have, but
What?
don't worry. They're in good hands,
All right.
like State Farm.
My bad.
All G. Yeah, unfurl them for this podcast and for the fucking Dirty Shirley event our friend Nolita Dirtbag is throwing tonight.
So when he does that, when he has an event, like, does he like reveal himself?
I don't know. Anytime I'm with him
Or
and
he's
I
like,
have
I'm
like
just a party goer, like you and her and they.
anytime I'm with Nolita Dirtbag and I got a few spicy plumbers in me, I'm always screaming, "Yo, this guy's Nolita Dirtbag!" to anyone who will listen, and everyone's like, "Yeah, we know."
How does Bleep take that?
He's like, "Yo, shut up."
What a guy.
Yeah, that's the homie. I got on Mizuno socks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shout out fucking Mizuno. You don't see a lot of Mizuno.
You don't.
But good fucking kicks.
Yeah?
That talk about, like, you know, there's certain brands that, like, we love A6, we're A6 boys, but then there's, like, another level that's even deeper that's, like, Brooks or Mizuno
Brooks there, but I know
or...
what you mean.
What did you say, Saucony or Saucony? What is
I would not. No, I would not.
Saucony 2012?
I would not put fucking Saucony on that list, bro. But it's like, yeah, it's like Yonex.
They're Mizuno's Japanese, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Make good
I guess so is
baseball balls.
A6.
Yeah. Then I got Our Legacy, Workshop, X, Stussy, big linen shorts. They finally stopped shedding. Thank God for that. Got this Our Legacy Workshop, Paris exclusive. Shout out to GN for proxying for me during their like Our Legacy.
GN
Paris.
proxied it for you.
Yeah. I was like, yo, you're at the Our Legacy market. Can you pick up one of those shirts?
What's
for me?
on the back? It's an
It's
arrow?
not. Yeah, it's like an arrow. It kind of looks like a penis.
It looks like a popsicle.
Looks like a big pink dick.
Yeah, dude, a
like
pink rocket.
Like a big dog dick. It's just one of those days where I'm accidentally wearing Legacy from the legs to the teeth.
Oh, I see what you did
toe.
there.
Toe to head. And
Toe to teeth.
yeah, no, legs to teeth.
Legs to teeth.
Legacy, leg to teeth. Wearing a hat from Yob Sports / Leisure Center. Shout out Frank, the 1994 Stanley Cup champion New York Rangers.
That hat is older than the majority of our audience.
I had this hat when I was a kid. And so when I saw it, I was like, yo, I got to have it. Of course
Those
he
are
hooked up.
great. I had a bunch of, and this is not as cool now, as the two biggest Ranger fans on earth, I'm a bit, embarrassed to say, but I had the Devil's version. But those kind of, what is the brand? Is it Starter?
I think so.
Yeah, it's Starter. Yeah, those are classy, dude.
Yeah,
I love
bro,
that.
I fucking love it.
That shit is stained as fuck.
It smells like 94, let me tell you.
It was a good year. It was a good vintage.
Yeah. Adam Graves chugged some fucking Labatt Blue out of his hat.
Dude, number 9. Shout out fucking Adam Graves, the motherfucking boy.
Jeff Bookaboom had this during his CTE scan. And then rings on the fingies. I got maiden name on the pinky. Rich white woman from Aspen on the index. Hanes boxers, New York adorned piercing. That's it.
Cool.
Drinking Pepsi. Greenpoint's finest, and Modelo's with the fellas in a little bit.
We got Delos on Deckington. Okay, I wore Sambas to the crib.
Going deli mode.
I wore Sambas to the crib. I have on CK1 Palace socks.
When are you going to give up the Sambas? Because I feel like it's such a saturated, not to be a fucking hater, but like it's such a saturated shoe at this point.
Well, I can tell you exactly when I'm giving them up.
When these crap out?
Because I'm such a popular guy, I have multiple pairs of the JJJJound Asics coming through.
Okay.
And those will not be flipped.
Colin, if you're listening, no need to flow Lawrence your pair because fucking
Because my
Justin
good friend
himself.
Justin Saunders. No, I want multiple pairs because I want to keep. Well, I'm hoping to get multiple colorways. I want to keep them on ice. That is and I know you're less of a JJJJound guy than me. You know, because you don't have a personal connection.
Sure.
Like also all these dudes have with J.Crew apparently. But I think that's
you
the perfect.
You own the JJJJound bike. You own the JJJJound desk. You own the JJJJound
Imagine if I had
shelving.
Shelving unit.
The shelf system, yeah.
No, I don't have any of those things. But no, I think
you did jerk off to the JRS rules. Like the titties,
French titties.
Yeah, French titties.
I know, and honestly, because I know you arguably too well, I know that's more actually your type. That's not really my type.
You don't like French? You don't like le tits?
I mean, listen, when it comes to tits, I'm like the United Nations, bro. Everyone gets to see at the table. With that
Except
said,
for North Korea.
I like a little more.
You hate North Korean titties.
I like a little more butter on my baguette. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying.
A little meat on the bones.
What do you mean? There are some fat milkers on JRS rules. Just go, like, I swear to God, go there and it's like the 5th one down. How do I know that?
Big natchies. Yeah, okay. Listen, I'm not going to say that I don't like it, but I just prefer a little bit more butter on the baguette, a little meat on the bones.
You want some French guy le cum on
wonder,
les
do you
tits?
think anyone ever beat off to JJJJound?
Absolutely.
To like a vintage Land Rover?
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That steering wheel has no power steering.
Oh, God, this pic of Steve Jobs. It's got me hot and bothered.
That in-ground stone sink. Ugh.
It actually would be a funny
That
thing. Like,
basin.
well, like you get some French titties, you start the process, and then you can like edge by like seeing a picture, like a picturesque countryside scene. Then you scroll down, and maybe it's like artful bush, and then you can get back into it. You scroll down, Land Rover, start edging again. It wouldn't be a terrible process. Are you looking right now? Right off the bat.
It's like a hot young French woman.
Okay, woman, house. Let's
First of all, it's some fucking hustle motivational shit.
Okay, so
right?
Poem, woman, house. Indigenous people, bedding.
The bedding's nice.
Hot ass bitch.
Yeah.
House.
Yeah.
Crater.
Textile, CDG tag, titties.
Oh.
Those are,
You know, the most represented category here is hot ass bitches.
Yeah.
This is funny, dude. This is a fun game. Could this be the whole pod? Is we just describe what we're seeing on JJJJound?
Second is housing.
Fit
and
pick,
third's got to be like Japanese guys.
Street
smoking.
style, fit pick. Oop, office.
Shelf system, bro.
Shelf
there you go.
system.
All right, back to the matter at hand, which is what?
All right.
Oh, your Samba saturation. So when are you going to get rid of them? As soon as the Jounds touch down?
Yeah, then I'll probably transition over to the Jounds. Even though you know me, I'm a Samba apologist, but at the end of the day, the JJJJound ASIC, both colors of the ASICs for me, and I use the word platonic ideal a lot, but I do not use it lightly. That is a perfect sneaker. That's exactly what I want.
Okay, bro.
What? You disagree?
The tick riding is crazy.
Anyway, I'm just being real. You asked. Anyway, moving on up.
How many times have you said it's the platonic ideal?
Only
whatever sneaker was like of the moment du jour
honestly,
that you were thirsting over.
I don't think I ever use it about sneakers. I use it about like jeans, Levi's 501s, or about like an Oxford cloth button.
So this to you, the JJJJound ASIC is going to be the gold standard, the standard for sneakers moving forward from this point into eternity.
I mean, unless they get like
Unless you change your-
crazy hype.
Or unless your mind changes and all of a sudden you like, ooh, check out these Reeboks.
Unless I'm a little late on the rent. we'll see how it plays out. No, I'm excited for those for sure. Hopefully, again, multiple
Unless you
pairs
got a
coming my
European
way.
vacation you got to fund.
Yeah, right, exactly.
You fucking
Fucking what?
bad with money, motherfucker.
Okay, yeah, I am probably the worst money Jew in the 15 realm. How many realms are there?
Jew realms?
7 realms.
I don't know. Oh,
Damn.
realms, not Jew
The
realms.
7 realms. Damn, I'm
Unfamiliar-
fucking off my game today.
Unfamiliar
bro.
with the Jew realms.
Yeah,
That's
I'm bad with money. Is the point?
Should we talk about that? Should we
What,
add
being-
that to the run of show?
what?
No, just your vacation debacle.
I wouldn't call it a debacle,
It's a
but it's quickly approaching what some might consider a debacle.
Yeah, you're pioneering.
It's happening.
You're pioneering the 16th Jew realm, which is just
Well-
diabolical
Well,
vacation.
hopefully the trip either goes so swimmingly that I can report back what a wonderful time I had after it happened, or it goes so terribly that we do get also content out of it that way, which I also hope.
I just hope
doesn't
you're able to
happen.
fly back in time because we're cutting it tight schedule wise. But anyway,
Yeah.
continuing on with the fit check. My apologies.
I have on absolutely fucking shredded Levi's 501.
What are the
which-
socks?
CK Palace 1.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or wait, Palace CK1.
Palak.
Dude, I can't do. I honestly, bro, I should have retired before this podcast. I don't know if I'm gonna.
Are you okay? What's going on?
I don't know, dude. Too many.
You went
beers.
home last night after Peking Duck House. I went out. Or I hung out a little bit more.
No, we all went out and hung out.
No, when I took an Uber to go hang out with some friends. You went home.
Well, everyone went home besides you.
Exactly. But you're the one that's fucking tripping up right now.
Which also, thanks for the invite. You're like, oh yeah, I'm like a little tired. I'm not like feeling it. Then you just go and hang out. Like, what a Jim's move, dude. Jim's move. That is
Jimmy Cooks, baby.
That's not an Irish exit. That's
an Irish stepping stone.
that's an IRA attack, dude.
Yeah, that's a
on
car
your
bomb.
other friend group.
That's
okay.
a car bomb.
All right. Platonic ideal of jeans, Levi's 501, shredded, roasted and toasted, sauteed and flambéed. Moving on up, I have on a Hanes pleaser. And then over that, I have the Throwing Fits MF Pen short sleeve shirt. Going true to size, this is big boy shit, dude. I am fucking flowing.
Really?
I am relaxed. I got crazy fucking movement.
This is what, a large on you?
This is a large.
But you would go medium? I think this actually fits
No.
you really well.
No, I think that, well, based on some of the returns, I think people went true to size and were like, oh, when you said Scandinavian pedophile, you meant obese Scandinavian pedophile for the look.
I
'Cause
don't.
it is
I
big.
don't. You want to sneak in snacks into like the school to lure the children
can fit a
into your
beer in that
into your
pocket.
into your Volvo X60.
See, I keep the snacks in the Volvo, you know, as more of like, it's like, let me show you what I got, and then that's when you abduct the children.
I think
That's
this fits
neither
well
here
on you.
nor
I
there.
think that people maybe aren't ready for. A lot of dudes claim they're ready, but they're not ready to let go of the campy fucking mindset,
Right.
And move on to the
But a camp is
Scandinavian
also
pedophile.
wide, right?
Yeah, but I think that like this short sleeve, like office banker stripe button down, or what is it? Bengal stripe, banker stripe? I don't know.
I don't know.
whatever.
I mean, it could be both. It's not a Bengal stripe. Maybe like a banker stripe.
Okay.
Anyway,
Motherfuckers aren't ready, but they're gonna be ready because we're gonna lead them to the promised land.
when I see a potential size down recommendation, I still go true to size because that's big boy shit. And you know, my fellow
I
big boys
never
will
size
understand.
down
Yeah, right. I mean, that's not a.
because by honestly going oversized is playing it safe because that shit looks better than fucking undersized.
Oh,
you know?
100,000%.
Even though I got the Uber ab,
yeah,
the mono ab,
Mono ab. Yeah. How long are you gonna milk that for?
one
dude?
ab to rule them
How
all.
long are you gonna milk that singular ab, dude?
I got some fucking fat milkers. Maybe John wants to take a picture of my titties.
Honestly,
post
dude.
on his shit.
You would be in good company for sure. So anyway, MF Pen, Throwing Fits. We put ourselves on Flow Team. These
Singular flow.
both shirts were
The flow was a leaky faucet.
It was a leaky faucet. It was it's real drip, as they say. But anyone who got these, honestly, the fabric is amazing. I love the fit. So apologies to anyone who was like, our shirt size down. You're fucking lost. Hopefully someone.
Yeah, you fucked up. What are you
Hopefully a new popular fucking happy home can fucking scoop it up. And then I have on a white rodeo hat up top, rollie on the wrist, still married, New York adorned in the ear, Models with the fellows. Let's do the show. And apologies to the audience at home. I'm not on my game today. I apologize.
No, you're fine. Lawrence, you know what I'm hearing? You know what the streets are saying? J.Crew back. J.Crew back. All these menswear motherfuckers saying J.Crew back.
Oh, fuck. I lost it. Well, it's screaming.
Fine.
All right, let's do it again. Let's do it. All right.
J.Crew back. J.Crew back. All these menswear motherfuckers screaming J.Crew back.
There it is.
Woo! The question is J.Crew back? I mean, technically it's back, right? Like, there's a new season.
Should we start posy before we get
okay.
critical?
for those of you living under a fucking Instagram rock.
Who ran out of free GQ, Wall Street Journal, free
Did
articles.
Did GQ get rid of their like fake paywall thing?
You have to have an email account. Like
Okay.
you have to give them. You have to give your email address so you can get on a shitty mailing list for GQ Recommends. Which, by the way, thank you to our friends at Gentleman's Quarterly for putting the TF Town Dust Glitch logo cap in their roundup of the best new menswear items, despite it being completely sold out.
Yes, and also
It's the thought that counts.
Thank you to the fucking cunts down at GQ Australia for putting us next to Virgil Abloh, being like the throwing fits. But yo, maybe we're fucking if you know in Australia.
Wait,
bro.
was the picture your fit pick actually in the article? That
No.
Okay,
Robbie made
okay,
that. Robbie
okay.
made that.
I was gonna say,
Because
that
it
would
was
have been ridiculous.
It was about Virgil caping for the purple hoodie, which I guess we can say this because it's public knowledge now, and we're behind the paywall. Macon Khan was showing us sketches from Verge
The late
of like
great.
what he wanted to do with industry merch, which
Virgil designed an entire capsule collection around Pierpoint and Co. merch that was like co-branded with.
we're not going to say why it never happened. Why it never came to fruition.
But we saw the deck, and
Yes.
it was. I mean, listen, I'd rather have the bootleg merch from the co-creators than like the Virgil off-white.
Well, it's
capsule
not
collection
bootleg
version.
merch. What the ones that we have were actually taken from set.
Really?
Conrad had to go on set and take
I
them
thought he
out of the
made
wardrobe
those for us.
department. No, which he said that he's like, yeah, the costume designer fucking hates my guts, or the wardrobe department, whatever.
Can I share a funny anecdote about that fit pick, which I believe is you're in full grimace mode. You're perped up on the top with the Pierpoint and Co. hoodie,
Grimace swag.
the management offsite hoodie. You have on the purple shorts.
Yep.
And then I believe you have a bag of McDonald's.
Bag of Mackies.
What was that all? What was happening there?
I was getting McDonald's for breakfast.
Why? For who?
For me, it was a management offsite, bro. Yo, you don't need to. It's a need. The management
I
offsite
thought
is
you
a
were gonna
need to
give
know
me-
basis.
I was trying to get a green light to explain a little context, because context is everything, as we've learned.
Let's just say there were 2 hash browns in that bag of Mackies.
Okay, so what were we
2
talking about?
McGriddles. Oh, and then yes, Industry Season 2, I believe Episode 4. There is a horny Jimmy.
Yes, there
fucking shout out,
is.
which is the sickest Easter egg of all time. And you know what? That's not a James big up. That's throwing fits.
Well, sure, but it's not like there was.
What's
like
good for Jimmy is good for the pot.
Except it's not like there's a married Larry character, which also is
Maui, wowie,
Which
what
I-
are you doing on the twading floor?
which I have to admit is not as catchy as Horny Jimmy. Though I will say, despite Horny Jimmy now making it onto the not the silver. What's TV? Movies is silver screen. What's TV?
No, TV's a silver screen.
No,
Movies
no.
are the big screen.
No. Movies are the big screen and the silver screen. You mean on the small screen. My point is that you have forsaken that moniker anyway, so it's not even like you can. It's very convenient that now you could take ownership. That
Oh,
you're-
now I'm back to horny Jimmy.
Now
What
you're
the fuck
back.
you talking about?
Now you're horny.
Horny
again.
Jimmy back. Horny Jimmy back.
Yeah.
All these horny motherfuckers screaming horny Jimmy back.
And I'll tell you this, man. This man did not fucking egg McMuffin.
Yeah. I didn't
Fucking
put
he
the
was fucking a crumpet.
I didn't put the McSwizzle in a McGriddle.
Wait,
yeah.
so
wait, what are we talking
We're
about?
talking about first. We're trying
J.Crew back.
the positive. We want to give some flowers,
Okay.
potentially off top, before
Let's-
we get critical.
Brendon Babenzien
Mm-hmm. Correct.
is straight up whatever you think of. Straight up. Whatever you think of fucking Noah, which I know you hate it. Whatever you think of
That's
Supreme, which you know
extreme.
I have my feelings about it. This guy is a super nice, super generous, super gregarious, very influential dude. Whether it was like his time at Supreme,
I wouldn't say he's gregarious, but everything else for sure, 100%.
he is on one-on-one for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, he was steering Supreme when like Supreme was like the biggest, most important brand in the world.
Facts. Honestly, even more important, but he was steering
From,
it
like, 2000
to get them to the point to become the biggest brand in the world.
Yes,
Which
from
is
like
even more influential.
Okay, not the biggest, but the most important brand.
Right, the most
he was there
influential.
what, like 2005, 2016, give or take.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
2015?
Noah relaunched in 2015, so he was, and then so till 2015, because then he focused on that full time. But anyway.
Whatever when he started. Say what you will about Noah. You got to put it. You got to have it in the conversation. He is awesome. He is hot. He is cool. Period. Right.
Incredible.
That's the man.
an impeccable personal style as well.
Yes, that is the man, or that is the artist. If you want to talk about the fucking fart, I mean art. I mean shart. Art. Is J.Crew back, Lawrence? As the hashtag menswear motherfucker himself, I know that you're creaming your selvage jeans, waiting for this shit to drop. You were waiting for the giant fit chinos, the fucking rugby shirts, baby. Yeah,
I don't wear rugby shirts at all.
the fucking OCBD, the virile,
What else is there?
the tastefully slim yet excessively priced suiting,
The Paraboot collab. The
Shetland.
Single Monk Aldens.
Shetland sweaters out the wazoo.
No, what I will say that I also thought, and again, flowers to Brendon. You interviewed him for Complex Style at the same event. That was the one time that I really got to meet him, and I remember being shook when this is when Noah relaunched in 2015. They built a skate bowl.
In like the pop-up shop.
Our friend Sandrine Charles, friend of the program, former guest, was running PR on that. We got invited. I remember going to the event, being nervous to meet him, and I wasn't doing any. I might have been gone from Four Pins and Complex at that time. I might have been kind of transitioning to Grailed or whatever.
Probably because I left Complex in 2016, and I think there was a year where you were at Grailed, and I was still at Complex.
So I wasn't there to like interview him, so I was nervous, but he was a great guy to meet. He was super cool. He blew me away with his humility and with just like he has great fucking taste. It is unimpeachable in my opinion.
And I do think that his like he's not a superficial guy. There is like depth and like experience behind like personal experience that kind of goes into everything, whether it's like the storytelling, the lookbook, the pieces of clothing. He like runs in flannels, which is I thought was actually
and
cool.
Fair Isle sweaters apparently.
Yeah. Well, he was like, he's wearing like fucking Nike Dry Fit, gonna shave like 2.2 seconds off your like PR. Who gives a fuck?
There is a
It's like I'm wearing flannels because like it's cotton, it's breathable, it's warm. I got pockets for keys, my phone, and I'm good.
There's a streetwear. There's like the grown man streetwear archetype where it's like I skate and snowboard and I grew up with hip hop, but also punk rock, and I went to Cure shows. Like that is all like he's the OG. Like he is the guy that kind of like pioneered that wave that I feel like a lot of guys our age, even older, maybe even younger, like aspire to be.
All right, enough sucking on the Babenzien peen. Is J.Crew back?
So my thing also, the other flowers I'll give is what an amazing.
Stop giving flowers, bro.
What an amazing. It's back according to the press. What a nuclear fucking rollout.
Well,
more so than even back in May when the hiring was announced, and we also talked about I'm
not impressed by the press.
Really?
I'm not impressed by the press because the press is so. I'm sorry, but like the menswear media landscape is so castrated and so clawless and toothless that like they have to get behind the story as a story.
Well, it is the only story, and also I appreciate.
What else are we going to talk about?
I appreciate them waiting a week for TF Miss Reporter to drop as well. That
Yes,
was super chill.
Thank you, J.Crew.
J.Crew and what is it, Madewell Group? What's the fucking parent company?
No, it's like some like venture capitalist.
Thanks to the
private
VC
equity
Sharks for actually.
Thank you,
taking
Mark
a beat.
Cuban. Thank you, Sharks.
Yeah.
They did not wait
thanks
for
to the tank, dude.
They also didn't drop it on Throwing Fits merch drop day, which was Wednesday, Tuesday. I don't know.
So when you ask me, is J.Crew back? Are you asking me that holistically? Or are you asking me like my personal opinion on like am I going to buy anything? Like what do you want to know first off?
Well, I feel like when it launched, you had to kind of take like two sides and then like the no man's land in between, which is people being like, J.Crew back.
Yeah.
And then other people that be like, this shit whack. And then the other people that are in the middle, they're just like, okay.
Yeah, I'm in the middle, I think. Which I understand is a pussy-footing, weak-ass stance, but it's exactly what I expected it to be.
It is what you thought it would be.
It's not, it didn't blow me away, and also it's crazy to me that there are people that would be blown away by this offering. But at the same time, I'm not like, yo, fucking brick out the gate, you blew it. So I'm really kind of just like, meh.
It's J.Crew.
They are who we thought they were.
It's J.Crew, but with a better lookbook that looks like a Noah lookbook. And there's some other shit in there that's like $400, $500. That looks like Noah cutting room floor type shit.
Did you think the lookbook and like the marketing and them flipping the switch on the IG account like looks good? Because I thought that was pretty weak actually.
I think it looked like a J.Crew catalog.
So,
but also it just looks like it looks like preppier Noah.
Yeah. So it's funny you say that because what I would say is that when I think of the old J.Crew, the J.Crew that we're hearkening back to, and I'm not talking about 2010 Frank and Todd hashtag menswear GQ, even though extremely influential, and I will admit I have a tinge of nostalgia for that. When I think of J.Crew launching in '83 with the catalog business and the old J.Crew mood board accounts that are, you know, conspicuously blowing up at the same time that this is being relaunched, PSYOP, industry plants, I didn't say it. That to me is actually not so much preppy as I see it, and this might be rose-tinted lenses, more Ivy and more chic, whereas this is fucking straight-up prep, which personally is not how I ever want to dress.
Yeah.
Ever wanted to dress.
There's only one type of prep I want in my life, and that's the AIDS medication, or the preventative AIDS medication.
Does it work on monkeypox?
I don't know about that.
I just know that you wanted to get some topical monkeypox stuff in, so I thought I would make an off-color joke.
Monkeypox back. Monkeypox back. All my gay motherfuckers screaming monkeypox back.
Oh, my gay motherfuckers, dude.
Yeah, bro, it's a real issue. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's a real issue in the community.
Yeah, for the LGBTQIA plus.
Okay.
All right.
So the lookbook, clearly you liked it more than me. I thought that was
I thought it was fine, and there literally wasn't a single piece in the lookbook where I was like, "Yo, I need that."
Oh, okay. All right. That's another thing, real quick, since you brought it up. Is there a single thing, not just in the lookbook, but in the selection, which, by the way, it's impossible to navigate this website. Like, it's impossible to shop the new stuff.
Look, I think that this was part of the GQ thing. It's like, can a single man kind of redirect what is still relatively a huge corporation business?
Yeah.
Right. And a lot of questions, like our guy Robbie, he asked the question that I'm asking, which is like, why are we rooting for a brand to be back?
Yeah.
And
Robbie
took it a little bit further, and he's like, why not just let it die so that maybe something more interesting can grow out of its fucking
fill the void.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's like all these relaunches of older, more established American brands. You had it with Banana Republic. They did a fucking relaunch. I did SpawnCon for them.
You did.
Yeah.
I think your SpawnCon is what tanked the relaunch, dude.
I think my SpawnCon got more likes and comments than their own shit.
And speaking of Banana Republic, that's what Gap is doing with Yeezy and the Engineered by Balenciaga shit. It's dark out here for mall brands, bro.
You know what's hard out here for a pimp? I mean, yes, like Abercrombie, you know, they didn't really lean into the whole Aaron Levine thing, and obviously that's...
But they were trying.
Sure.
Club Monaco did this for a minute, too, also with Aaron.
But
like, you see it all the time.
With J.Crew, it's like, why are we rooting for a brand to be back? And, like, the reason is that you got to follow the money, bro. I just watched Zero Dark 30. You got to follow the fucking money.
Always follow the money. All right.
The reason is that even if they are, like, tanking and they had, like, 6 years of losses and lost, like, $1 billion under Mickey Drex or whatever, they still have a fucking robust email list.
Sure.
So they can get this shit in front of, like, millions of guys. And not just guys, but the Wall Street Journal article...
this was crazy.
Men only make, or J.Crew men's is only 30% of sales.
Yeah.
So, but you can't even say that 30% of the customer base is men because like a lot of wives and girlfriends are buying shit for their dudes.
I don't know if we want to fact check that. I thought that it was only 30% of the J.Crew customer is men, and that includes
30% of J.Crew sales are from J.Crew men's.
Well, this is what you see. J.Crew for a long time has been
the girlfriends
buying shit for their boy. I mean, that's just what it is, which also is emblematic of like this brand existed in this previous iteration for like really no guy who gives a shit about clothes. And obviously that has already changed. We've already flipped that switch.
So like the brand,
congrats on that.
The brand name has already been around for fucking 40 years, right? 83.
Holy shit, you're right.
Yeah.
Fucking Christ.
It's older than us. Yo, like J.Crew, you're white and 40. Launch a podcast.
Nice.
They have like mad stores, relatively speaking, right? They're in like fucking flyover America. They got the emails, they got all the data. They're integrated with Madewell and whatever private equity firm. So like the infrastructure is already there, which is why it makes sense from an investor point of view, I guess, to like invest in something where you're not starting from the ground up.
Sure.
There is some pre-existing infrastructure, and it's just putting a
lot of pre-existing
a new
DNA.
coat of paint on that bitch.
Yeah, and there's a lot of. I mean, the DNA is there. Even if I think that this is like. Looks like and listen, I understand the connective tissue about how this connects back to the 2010s menswear era and even back to the 83 catalog era. With that said, this to me definitely feels like Brendon's vision. So my question, which I didn't even really ask, is like, there was nothing that you saw that you would want to buy.
No, and I think that anything that maybe came close to looking like something that I would want to buy, I already know and that's just because I'm a fucking John's enthusiast, and this is like what I do as as a passion and as a career. I already know that like if I wanted this shit, I could just go to this brand.
Sure.
If I wanted this striped short sleeve button down, I can just go to Emma Pen.
Right.
If I wanted these fucking linen shorts, I can just go to Our Legacy Workshop Stussy. But I'm not like, and this was in the GQ article, was Brendon's like, I need to cater to the if you know motherfuckers, which very relevant slang, and also like the J.Crew like Regos, the Reggies, right? Which is just like, oh, I need a fucking shirt for this office for going to the office.
I think he's gonna nail the pedestrian and civilian half of that.
That shit's already happening.
Yeah, and that
shit's on autopilot.
That's your 17 million emails. That's your girlfriends buying for their boyfriends. All that. I just it's weird because this new look, and the new price point really feels like in a full no man's land to me. Like it's you have ALD and Noah, right? And then you have like super cheap, more like tasteful basics from your Uniqlo's and whatever. And this is somewhere in the middle. Like I was pretty blown away by some of the prices now that
in terms of how high they were.
Yes, and that'll presumably be indicative of like the new improved quality to some degree, which is a big talking point, which like I'll tell you this, I don't know if I'm ever going to be like hands-on with any of this stuff because the one thing that I saw I liked was the giant chinos. But with that said, I'm like, well, they're not pleated and they're actually not as big as I would want them to be.
The giant fit chinos are not giant. They're fucking, again, just the regular width of like what pants that like guys like us are buying right now.
We were looking at it earlier. They're in my cart, but I haven't pulled the trigger, even though that actually $90. I'm not going to buy them. You got
a European vacation to save up for.
Well, it's not even
scrimp up.
It's not even that, but I'm like, ooh, I kind of wish they weren't like
khaki
colored.
No,
I don't mind that. I know you hate chinos. I like chinos.
What do you call me?
I wish they weren't pre-cuffed. I wish they were pleated. I wish they were bigger. I can get those pants, albeit for more money, from Beams Plus. Like I don't need to buy them. So I'm I don't know. I don't get like that a $500 barn jacket. Like I just
$400 suede Argyle vest.
Well, that is...
Does that tickle your pickle?
That shit sucks. That is just... I mean, that's... And it's crazy how that's...
And that's being marketed as, like, the piece.
As a hero piece. Because it's supposed to be, indicative of Brendon's taste level. And we did suck his dick for, like, 10 minutes up top. But to me, that's horrendous. No one will be buying that. And also...
Geppetto Core is not going to happen.
All of this stuff is going to be, like... And also, people complaining about the price. Just wait. It's all going to be on sale in T-minus 2 months.
Shit from the fall 22 collection is already on sale.
Yeah. So I don't know.
But also, like, but to the kind of catering to
I'm ambivalent.
To the catering to the Johns enthusiasts and also the basic dudes, when you go to J.Crew and you search, like, you go to, like, the chino, they have it by fit. It's still, like, skinny fit, slim, regular, and giant fit. So you have, like, giant fit sitting next to some, like, girlfriend jean-looking motherfucker.
Yeah. Which makes it very hard to shop, which was my point.
Yes,
the website is very hard to shop right now.
It's by trying to cater to every man in America, like, how can you do that?
When you try to be everything to everyone, you actually are nothing.
Yeah. I'm not trying to look like Swag Grimace, like Fraser Tharp in GQ. Our boy.
Okay.
Our motherfucking guy.
We also have to talk about that shoot. And shout out to all the friends and family and everyone that we were in those photos. That also did this no favors, despite Miyako fucking styling the shit out of it. At least that's what presumably she was hired to do. I don't understand. Well, you had the right take, which is like, we're trying to show how the young professionals at GQ can wear this brand that will now be like the cool guy du jour shit for fellow admin and media men and
all the guys that are like, oh, I work in an agency. Like, what does that mean? Oh, I'm a producer. What does that mean? J.Crew was like whether it was like media or like fucking ad agencies or whatever, digital agencies. J.Crew was like, whether you were like the intern or like the fucking boss man, you were in that shit at a certain time. And I think with the concept of this photo shoot was that, one, it was like trying to establish J.Crew as like the go-to for like New York creative office people. But I think it was also GQ being like, oh, we are the cool creative workers that you should be aspiring to be, which, like...
No comment. But what I will say is that another thing that bums me out
it's okay, it's going to be hard to... this is why you hire models, right? This isn't why you...
also, look at me and you in the Porsche shit. We had to bring our friends into it to, like, make us look good. Like, just...
but also it's very hard...
Zhuzh it up a little bit.
Especially
those are also real people, but
and good-looking people, especially with like a brand like J.Crew. like you're not supposed to wear the shit head to toe. I think it's like, oh, I need a solid like go-to reliable button down to mix into my shit. And maybe that's how our guys will incorporate it into their wardrobes, where it's like I already got big pants that I like. I need a fucking paisley button down, or I need like a rugby shirt that is not going to break the bank.
Sure.
And that I can just wear like for this season and then fucking donate it next year. Because that shit is, it's almost like too trendy.
Yeah, the styling,
thing.
the styling in the GQ thing wasn't like terrible. I think it just like all the ingredients didn't make it ultimately a delicious fucking entree. But I will say like with the lookbook, all of these marketing materials that whether they were like third party like what GQ did, or it's like what's in the lookbook. The thing about the 2010s J.Crew, the hashtag menswear era J.Crew, nice job, Kobe.
That's not what I was trying to do.
Well, it fucking looked like you did try to do it on purpose.
Adello.
Yes. But what I remember having the biggest...
Thank you for this warm-ass beer.
the biggest impact on me during those hashtag menswear days, the liquor store days, the Frank and Todd days, was like the styling internally with J.Crew was like really interesting. How it was like, knit tie with an Oxford cloth shirt and, raw selvage denim, beat up fucking wingtips, a tweed blazer, or like putting a trucker jacket under a Ludlow suit. Like there were... style swerves that kind of blew my mind as like a young, impressionable, budding Johns enthusiast. And there was nothing, that's the thing, it's perfectly fine. There was nothing that really excited me. And I'm trying to even put myself in the shoes of a 19-year-old guy who like maybe is familiar with Noah, who maybe like grew out of Supreme Streetwear and is like paying attention to this. If I'm even that guy with like some money in my pocket ready to burn, maybe I just got my first job, maybe I'm 23, 24. I look at those marketing materials, I look at the pieces, there's nothing super exciting to me. There's nothing kind of left field that makes me think differently about clothing. It just doesn't feel
which is totally fine.
It's the Noah playbook, and Noah already exists, and we already seen all.
But it's totally
before.
fine to be like not like being like the most exciting, most talked about thing. But it's like don't try to pretend. And this kind of goes back to like the media coverage. Don't try to pretend like this is like the biggest thing that happened in menswear since fucking Ralph stopped, moved from ties to fucking button downs or whatever.
Something in there, yeah,
sure. Where it's just like, okay, this is like a little bit. This is like a step up from Uniqlo, or maybe there's like a little bit more like sauce to this. Where if you need like,
bro, I might be able to put together a better fit head to toe Uniqlo.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, really? You think it's that clear cut?
Yeah, but this is like again, if you want to be like regular, that's fine, and the marketplace needs that, and guys need that. But like, you can't be Reggie and fucking Primo at the same time.
Yeah, and I'm even thinking about, like, could you high-low freak any of these pieces? Like, let's say some of the shit. Like, let's say that bubblegum Fair Isle goes on sale, even though that feels like...
Why is that the piece that people are like, oh, this is gonna be a smash?
Well, here's the thing. All the, like, rowing fucking, like, logo collegiate shit...
Trash.
That is a dub. No, that is... Rowing Blazers is already the fucking... butt of every joke in menswear. We don't need another version of any of that.
Giant letter, like you look like a Sesame Street motherfucker. Right. Like today's letter is R.
So that's out. All of the like collab stuff, the Aldens we talked about, the Power Boots. You can just get that stuff from those brands, like, or you honestly get that shit fucking used because that shit is very expensive. Like, I just don't see anything here that like I really want to pull into my wardrobe to maybe wear with my like nicer stuff. I'd rather buy all of these things vintage and not have to give a shit about like the quality or like how long it's going to last or fucking it up. Like
there's versions of everything.
Well, yeah,
and like
they're all classics and staples for a reason, right? I guess.
But there's versions of these things, whether it's like an upstart emerging brand doing them, or you can find like a classic version, either vintage or just from the classic brands themselves. But maybe it's just that like there's so many brands now, and they're so accessible. Like, you have to do the bare minimum. You just have to listen to listen to our fit checks, and you'll, like, know what the brands are, right? Yeah. Or fucking look at the iceberg meme Robbie did, which I don't endorse, by the way.
Yeah, you made that very clear in the comments.
I know. I felt a little bad.
You should, bro. You know how long it probably took him to work on that?
Well, because
actually, what did he say? He goes, I just went to the Trabian brand list.
Yeah.
Well, he forgot Capital. That was bad. You can't forget Capital.
He forgot Arc.
Oh.
I'm saying.
Damn.
Yeah. It was based on accessibility, but I don't think that was necessarily clear.
Yeah.
But that's the fucking point he's
The
trying to
reason
make.
that I liked it, and I told him green light, full fucking
But you
finger
need-
on the trigger,
but you need-
because you can never make the perfect version. Everyone will take umbrage with something.
Sure. And that's kind of the point, was to like get the people fucking going. Right.
Yeah. Also, I'm happy we're talking about this. I'm going to throw that in the zoo. The amount of likes and comments and shares, that shit is maybe our most nuclear meme in a minute. That's going to get us to 100K straight up.
It's not the most nuclear meme in a minute, but it's definitely, maybe comment wise.
Yeah. Well,
And
again,
then
everyone's
we-
got a fucking opinion.
And then we fucking balanced it with that tasty McNary throwback. Baby.
That was so funny last night, being like, here's the thing. If the memes are too accessible, then people go, why do they need TF? So then you got to hit them with a curveball. And people are in the comments being like, I don't know what the fuck this is.
Yo, you like J.Crew 2022? Go peep McNary 2013.
I know we're always...
Which was better than J.Crew 22.
I know we're always coming up with like topics that like go on the run of show that never get addressed, because if we are nothing else, we are long-winded.
You want to talk pegging?
No. One thing that I would love to talk about is, and I feel like we already know what yours is because of that meme. We should do a thing where it's like a favorite menswear collection or season of a brand.
Favorite menswear swerves.
Of all favorite style swerves of all time. No, because I know what mine. Yours is McNary.
Wait,
whatever.
sorry. So like menswear, capital M, capital W, apostrophe S.
I won't spoil what mine is. You know what it is because we were texting about it, and you were like, "Well, I didn't work on that, so I'm not making it into a meme because you styled that McNary."
McNary styled it. I consulted on the styling, and I produced the shoot, which was arguably more difficult than the styling.
Do you think that the styling that I did for like this when I was there the season prior was better or worse than what you guys did?
I don't think about it at all.
And
I actually don't know.
Well played. I doff my cap to thee, good sir.
I actually don't know because I didn't give a shit because it wasn't starring Danny Brown.
True. I would say if we were to do like a head to head,
Pussy tastes like Cool Ranch Doritos.
You good outro music. I don't know what the name of that. Oh, we probably never used that before.
It's Meek Mill, Tupac back.
Oh, of course. You definitely check the box of the all-star casting, like, versus me using some hot skinny white boy.
Yeah.
So back to J.Crew.
Yeah,
final thoughts. I think we both clearly think it's fine. We know how talented Brendon is. Oh, also, here's another thing. I know that
it's been one season.
Yeah.
Right? Let's give him some time.
Yeah.
Let's see what fucking style swerves he has up his style swerve sleeves.
It is. I don't understand how people are standing this and like
the dick riding is
out.
The dick riding is crazy. The dick riding be crazy.
And we both can agree and we can suck his dick till we're blue in the face. We understand Brendon's crazy talent. Like, we understand that. Even if you and I don't really like Noah, and honestly, Noah has really gotten exponentially worse season by season. Part of me wonders, is that because he's been like a little busy with this shit? He said in the article he works, I think it was in GQ, he works 2 days a week on J.Crew, but I would imagine launching the brand took a lot more
he's like
time,
you
effort,
with
and
throwing
energy.
fits.
Yeah, honestly, truly. Some people say that I am the Brendon Babenzien of throwing fits.
Yeah, and that's why it's been going downhill.
That's why it sucks. No. Shout out Brendon. And also, listen, we got friends at J.Crew. I've got friends at J.Crew. They put money in my pocket. I'm not a hater. I want to see where this is going. With that said, I would post, I don't know if you have another thought, but I would post to you. It's like, where are we at in 2 years with this? Because I have a pretty negative take.
Look, when you're working for the Sharks,
Yeah.
the PE fucking bro, you're on a short leash, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not only are you on a short leash, but you're on thin ice
He
constantly.
doesn't seem to be trying to go that far based on what we saw.
Yeah, because you can't, because you still got to cater to Reggie America.
But I don't even think but look at Noah. He's not like a conceptual designer. He would say the same.
I mean,
he says that about himself.
A camel hair, double-breasted, like fucking beautiful brown suit. Like the leopard suit, like that shit's fire.
Maybe not the leopard. The
Noah
leopard
has
corduroy,
hits. You
yeah.
hate Noah, and it's
Bro,
mainly
I own
it's
more
mainly
Noah
for
than you, bro.
It's mainly for the fucking SJW shit that I know you hate, which is like,
there's
a funny little nugget.
We got to mention that for sure. That was my favorite. Well, anyway, no.
Mention it, bitch.
I know I own more Noah than you. The best thing about all this this deluge of marketing was you and I on this podcast publicly have been very critical of the SJW like fucking
Mainly you.
The bullshit that at least as far as I can tell, nobody wants from a brand that exists to make cool clothes. And you
Protect
can have,
Robert Mueller.
And you can no racist friends. God bless Robert Mueller. Fuck Cyber Monday. We never go on sale. Everything we make is intentional. No, all that shit, you can miss me with the performative bullshit, even if in your heart of hearts you fall asleep, or you can't fall asleep because the world is such a fucked up, terrible place, and you have to do your part. I don't know if that's necessarily what anybody wants from brands outside of general attempts to be more sustainable. And you made a great point earlier when we were talking. You said that sustainability is politics because everything is politics because culture is politics.
Republicans buy J.Crew too.
Yeah,
right. So like you can't put out a fucking protect Fauci T-shirt or whatever, because then you're gonna fucking lose half your.
I'm gonna put out a fucking T-shirt that says "Fuck Fauci, dude." Fauci created monkeypox. Watch
no,
shit, bro.
Put out a T-shirt that says
This man already helped create AIDS.
God save Brendon Babenzien.
Yeah. Can you read? So in the GQ thing, they definitely held his feet a little bit to the fire because can we get the most fucking woke designer in our space, the menswear streetwear space, to reconcile working for a mall brand where all they're going to do is fucking churn out motherfucking product. And I loved his response here because it takes a big man to essentially walk back what was an essential tenet of Noah. And he has a great quote. And I'll leave that to you to read.
I'm going to need you to keep monologuing.
So before the picture of all the guys in the closet, I looked at it earlier. So if you just go to the...
It's not sustainability?
There it is. That's the quote. That's the quote.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. All right. Sorry, guys, for the delay.
One of the things I've eased up on is massive critique of large companies. Yeah, don't bite the hand that fucking feeds you. I came out really strong because I feel like we had to. We had to be like, this sucks. You big companies are the worst. Until they came stepping with the bag. And now it's time to kind of step back a bit and give organizations the opportunity and the time to turn things in a different direction. Some will, some won't. It's now or never. Either we make better products, we encourage people to shop better, wiser, smarter, whatever you want to call it, or we're done. It really is that simple.
Yeah, and you and I, and this pod, has always been about the age-old.
He was referring to the planet, but he might just as well have been, what a sentence, talking about J.Crew.
Who can't read now?
Well, I can't read when it's so poorly written. And its efforts to return not just to profitability, but to relevance. Both felt like meaningful goals.
We might,
is that the kicker? No.
We might seem like heartless haters, but we've always been about buying better and buying less. It's not about hype. It's not about fast fashion. We are about buying dope fucking shit that you actually want.
Robbie, don't clip this.
that you can afford. And I've always thought that they, in a way that appeared performative to me, kind of stood like in an antithesis to that, because they went so hard with it, and there were so many fucking T-shirts and so much marketing, and it really fucking grinded my gears.
Yeah.
And I respect him for
Why isn't he making T-shirts that are protecting white men?
As a dude who many times has to walk back, honestly, the majority of what I say, low-key tail between the legs moment, I kind of respected him manning up and yes, right. You step in with the bag, and I step back with my morals for sure to some degree, but I believe that was a genuine reaction that he had to have to a legit question.
No, obviously that was a talking point that was done over email later that I'm sure was vetted by the fucking shark.
Sure, whatever.
But,
I liked it. I appreciated it.
Really? I think it's
You think that's bullshit?
I think it's I think he doesn't feel that way, but it's a total cop-out. And guess what? Green's the only color that matters.
Woo! That's the real sustainability, dude, is that green.
The quote that I really liked, and this to me kind of like gave me a little glimmer of hope, a little fucking tingle in my Pringle.
Sure.
Was they're looking at rugby shirts, actually. And I'm not even a rugby shirt guy. Right? And there's a bunch of guys, around a table, a bunch of guys and girls around a table, and they're kind of like, someone's like, what if we did a black? And they're like a true black or like a J.Crew black? J.Crew black meaning like salted, sun faded.
Washed,
it's like,
dyed.
I fucking left this on the pier as I went fucking canoeing with my fucking
Labrador retriever.
Exactly. With the fucking whatever.
When I was playing squash with my Labrador.
Exactly. When I was having the help bring me an Arnold Palmer.
When my Labrador was fucking my wife as I had an Arnold Palmer on the dock.
When I hired the help to cuck me and fuck my wife. No, like a true black, he responded authoritatively, because I feel like these by themselves, it's exclusively prep to me. And I'm into it. I would wear all these colors. But if you put a black in it, it all of a sudden becomes, to one person, it's prep. To somebody else, it's a weird fashion choice. It's almost like a Marnie choice or something, which I like. I think that's kind of cool.
He's not wrong. That is like a
I think like a true black, like rugby, just like black with like a contrast white collar would actually be fucking kind of sick.
That to me, and I don't need any fucking, armchair fucking Tumblr historians getting after me, but that to me feels like more in line with what I wanted the new J.Crew to be, which is not prep and more Ivy and more chic, and it's clearly not that. And also, by the way, I haven't seen this black rugby for sale. I will judge it on its merits when it is released, and I will buy it 2 months later when it is on sale for $35. Maybe.
Buy less, buy better.
Depending on
Florence.
Depending on when I go to the Garden State Plaza Mall in Paramus, New Jersey, and check out the hand feel on the new chic black J.Crew rugby.
This all begs the question, Lawrence. Whether you think J.Crew's back, whether you're like meh, or whether you think J.Crew be whack, is #menswear back?
Oh, yeah.
Again, as one of #menswear's foremost experts,
Yeah.
I'll let you go first.
I invented that term.
#menswear?
Yeah, I created when I was tight with Rich Tong at Tumblr, back in like the, me and Januzzi getting fucking paid by Tumblr, getting put up in hotels to go to New York Fashion Week and rep for the platform, and make sure that, only the most influential menswear personalities were using the service. No, I was like, we need to create this tag, #menswear. Needs to be like a big category. I don't know if it had.
You coined the phrase, but the phrase existed. Like,
well, I don't know if it had actually.
Hashtags and menswear existed, but you were just like, no, this is like a thing now.
I don't remember.
Which I'm giving you even more fucking credit. Shut up and take the fucking credit, you idiot.
Is #menswear back? So that would have been literally 10 years ago, basically to the day. And you know how these cycles work. So I think by virtue of how the zeitgeist moves and how fashion moves and how menswear moves, it feels like it is. Now, there are also a million different versions of #menswear. There's the urban woodsman fucking liquor store bullshit. There is the soft-shouldered Neapolitan tailoring.
There's the boardroom to the bar, suit motherfucker,
right. There's the
suit and sneakers.
There's the Ludlow suit, Mad Men, sexually harass your secretary, #menswear sect. So, like,
that's what you were part of, right?
No comment. Like I ever had a secretary, bro.
Yeah, but you did be sexually harassing.
No, never.
They call me James Harris. They call him Lawrence Harasser.
Okay. Harass her?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that parts of it are back. I think that
okay, I think it's
but
so
not the full sphere.
Thank fucking God. It is so reductive to be like, oh, like J.Crew's back, and that means that like what was existing 10 years ago, 15 years ago, even 5 years ago is probably like when it like died, right? That's when like
maybe no, dude. It was gone by actually no, because Watch the Throne was 2012.
I think,
but it was still happening.
2016, I think, was like
it held on for a minute there. Yeah,
but 2016 is when you started seeing like luxury streetwear.
Yeah, that definitely
right, and that became
supplanted
the
it.
Thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Damn, Watch the Throne was 2012.
Yeah,
wow. But Noir was like 2013, 2014. We were just watching fucking Problems.
Yeah, what year is that?
We were still in the 23rd Street Office Complex, so 2013?
Damn.
I don't fucking
know. It gets
whatever.
muddied, but whatever.
I think to just say menswear is back, #menswear is back is like so reductive and like it's so easy.
Yeah,
to
there's
just
no
be like,
nuance to that if you just say
well, so yeah, because, like J.Crew's back. Oh, like back to the office. Like men want to dress again. Like some men get dressed.
Well, if anything, I think the pandemic kind of killed the whole style that J.Crew even is supposed to represent.
But now people are like, oh, now that like men are like men be dressing again. I think it's like it's stupid or it's silly, and it's kind of like it's almost like what's the word? It's
you
not.
Never liked it to begin with.
I never liked it to begin with, but I think that to be like, oh, #menswear's back. It's like no, you can borrow elements of it. You can wear a fucking striped button down with like shredded Levi's or with like pod shorts and with a hat. You can wear like loafers and jeans, right? And then like a fucking vintage tee on top. You can, and I think borrowing elements from menswear, incorporating them into whatever else is going on in 2022 is completely fine and like advisable. And I think that we, by being guys that were very into this like grown man streetwear movement, like we're emblematic. Like we walk the walk, didn't just talk the talk, but also like if that's what's becoming the mainstream. More archetype, which is this like ALD J.Crew Noah motherfucker.
Yeah.
Then, Yeah, it's progressive to borrow from the past and like incorporate it and like make something new, but it's almost like what's the word? Regressive.
Yes.
To just like copy it and be like,
No,
oh,
sure.
I'm gonna go back to like the unlined, double-breasted, knit tie, fucking saddle shoe ass.
Or no, not even double monk head ass. Like,
Yeah, fucking sipping old fashions and yes,
Yeah.
sexually harassing my secretary.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You and I are not anti-trend. Now, I think we're not 100% on the same page because, like, I love trends, and I think you, by design, are wary of them, as you should be.
Why do you say wary?
I can't.
Wary, Larry.
What is it?
Wary.
Wary. Wait,
It's like, yo, I be wearing. I be wary.
you're wary. You're more. You have the healthy distrust for trends.
How do you say bagel?
bagel?
Oh, you didn't say bagel?
No, that's not accurate.
It sounds like cousins of wary.
Maybe. Anyway.
Wary, Rallery.
Either way, whether you love trends and lean into them, or you have the healthy distrust and you approach them from a distance, we have always said that we appreciate them and we love it when guys, listeners of the show, our fucking personal friends, whoever, they fucking try things out. You dabble, you dip your toe in the pool, and you see what works for you personally and what doesn't. And you take those things with you as you continue to evolve. Personal style is a journey.
It's an accumulation.
It is exactly.
Of bits and bobs.
It is an accumulation of a journey. It is not a singular final destination.
It's not dressing like Ryan Gosling or Chris Evans in The Gray Man, which was fucking terrible.
It was trash. If you love clothes and you love this world and you have an unbridled, unhinged almost enthusiasm like we do for men's clothing, it never ends because you love
trust
it.
me, it never ends.
Because you love it, and it comes, and that love comes from a pure place that affects so many other elements of your life. So, with that said, is menswear back like it was in 2012? No, but there are absolutely elements of those various micro errors
Larry.
that I think have a place today, that have a place tomorrow, that will have a place in 5 years, and it is up.
I think it's more that. Sorry.
And it is up to the singular person themselves to decide which of those elements work for them and which ones are for the birds.
I think
simple.
it's not that hashtag menswear is back. It's that streetwear is fucking whack or whatever you want to call streetwear now. Is streetwear dead? Is streetwear dead?
High fashion streetwear is not. It's not it anymore.
Yeah, and if you're not wearing fucking Balenciaga head to toe, like there is no current archetype, and it's exciting. It's like, what is the dominant mode gonna be? And I think that just saying hashtag menswear, Tumblr era menswear is incorrect because it's not gonna be that. There will certainly be elements of that, as like the streetwear dudes fucking grow out of the Martha Stewart antisocial social club collaboration, which we didn't even talk about last week, which crazy.
Fucking slaps.
Yeah. I want that shit.
Yeah, she rules. I love her. Two criminals collaborating. You gotta
Two
respect
scammers,
it.
bro.
Yeah, you gotta respect it, dude.
When the scammers unite.
Big scammer link. Hell yeah, dude.
Big
shout
scammer link
shout
up.
out fucking Martha. Shout out Neek. Get that fucking bag.
Yeah, Martha's in a fucking hot pink bubblegum Shetland sweater Porsche.
Based on her track record, she will be flipping her flow team. That's what she'll be doing, dude.
Yeah, so I think I would rather we not say menswear or hashtag menswear back. Because it's like,
but it's more back than it was 6 months ago.
But it should be something else, like something else.
Oh, I see what you're
It's not that anything is back. It's that like, yeah, okay, we can borrow pieces and we can make it bigger, faster, stronger.
Harder, better, faster, stronger. Yeah,
it's the $6 million fit.
Yeah.
You want to talk pegging and butt stuff, or I mean, we got a few minutes.
I don't know. What was? Do you have have you done that before?
I've never gotten pegged.
What butt stuff have you done?
I've gotten
your prostate milked.
Not completely. Maybe like
what does that
one
mean?
Knuckle up the bum.
Not
my own.
Right.
Someone else.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that you're like beating off while you have a finger in your ass.
I think that's a thing.
Yeah, I think probably something.
Everything's a thing.
Was it? What? Okay. So how did it feel?
I wasn't a fan of it then. I think I might give it a go soon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think
it's a convo you need to have though with your partner.
Yeah, and I think it's maybe I wasn't properly equipped the last time. It was kind of just like,
sure.
and I wasn't maybe emotionally equipped to take a finger up the ass.
Right. That's true. You were younger.
I think
and
now
you were
I'm a little
and you were full
older.
of cummer.
I'm a little older. I'm a little chiller. I'm fucking,
that asshole's loosened up a bit.
Oh yeah, my asshole has seen some shit.
Hang loose, dude.
My asshole is hanging.
I think that for me, and listen, I am
The butt is an erogenous zone.
Oh, 100%. I'm a very open-minded guy, so I'm not like terrified by that. But I will admit that it has not been a road that I have gone down. And honestly, this conversation has me thinking like, I don't know, maybe.
But also, it's got to be something that like.
Should we also say why we're talking about this? It's not. We didn't just like be like, oh, we're gonna talk.
Oh,
about
right.
stuff.
Prince William likes to get fucked in the ass by another woman that's not Kate Middleton.
Right.
Like
fully pegged with.
There's
like
a rumor that
dildo.
he likes to get pegged and have extramarital affairs, which Lady Kate is down with because she's not trying to fuck him in the ass. Yet, as long as it doesn't become emotional.
Yeah,
so
she doesn't want to do it, so she's like, let another bitch handle it, but like,
So-
don't fall in love.
So him getting fucked with a plastic dick. I think,
Plastic.
like a strap on.
No,
Is it
but-
rubber.
No, it's silicone.
Okay.
I can't pronounce anything right today. Silicon. Silicon Valley?
Silicon Sally.
Silicon Valley.
Silicon Sally.
Silicone dildo.
Silicon Sally is who's fucking Prince William in the arse.
Yeah.
Up the bum. And yeah, it's just that he needs to get his fucking rocks off by getting his cheeks smacked. And I guess that's the rumor.
Clapped.
Which is why we're talking about Jimmy and Larry getting fucked in the ass.
If you were, let's say you were going to get pegged, what size dildo would you want?
Small.
Really? But maybe that would do the job. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know.
I would start small and work my way up.
You'd work your way up.
Would you, okay, if you're getting pegged, would you want to get fucked like in missionary so you can make eye contact? Or do you want to like be on all fours and just like get your head stuffed in a pillow?
No, I definitely want missionary. I want it to be romantic. I want it to be slow and sensual versus getting my shit clapped.
You don't want to see. What if you start? What like?
I want.
Has
I
Jenna ever
want
seen you?
my-
Has Jenna ever seen you cry?
Of course, dude.
Yeah. So
all
like,
the
what
time.
if you just start fucking?
I'm a big.
Oh, my asshole! Jenna, my asshole!
No, I would want it to be. I would want it to be a sensual, loving pegging where there is unbroken eye contact.
The Texas asshole massacre.
We should maybe we'll make.
Should we each go get pegged and report back next week?
Or I was gonna say make some independent sex tapes and fucking put them on Patreon for the fucking $20 pay. However many are left at this point with this fucking bullshit. I feel like I don't know. Were we on our game today? I felt so off. I'm sorry, guy. If you made it this far, I'm sorry.
You were. I mean, look. There was a lot of J.Crew talk. There was a lot of James Bum talk. Some Larry prostate talk. I think it was a good pod.
I don't know.
Let us know in the comments. Actually, this week's thing to weigh in on.
It's called a prompt.
This week's prompt: pegging. Question mark?
You know who knows is fucking Greg in the court. That man is a
Gregory,
fucking sexual monster.
Gregory is an idiot. Let us know. Are we allowed? Okay, are we allowed to quote this behind the paywall? This is never gonna. Well, I guess on YouTube. Okay, you know what? This is gonna be on YouTube.
Oh shit! I never think about that. You're right.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah.
But like in a month.
Can we quote the Discord on the pod?
I don't know. What do you?
I did ask the pod. I was like, "What should we talk about?" And Gregory was like, "Had me on."
Oh, you mean ask the Discord? Oh, but that's because he has main character syndrome. Every message that he leaves is about him, and he sees who's biting. Shout out Gregory.
Yeah, he's cool. He showed up at Mr. Porter party early and was like wearing the Osama bin Laden fuck shirt. That's a grail.
That shit is a fucking banger.
Yeah, that might be my all-time style swerve, bro.
I think I'm gonna pair that with a Ludlow suit. Just Osama bin Laden fucking Hawaiian shirt with like the skinniest, smallest, size down Ludlow you've ever seen.
Yeah. You think these chinos are giant? Wait till you see my fucking Slender Man.
Sockless with some absolutely toasted and roasted long wings.
I'm gonna take Frazier's.
Why do we do this voice when we get intense?
I'm gonna do
Did
Frazier's.
you come up with it and I just parroted you, or was it me first?
No, this
will
is
we ever know? Who is this guy supposed to be?
It's Yo. Okay. Remember how we were talking about Alone a few weeks ago?
Did you hit Summerman and we were like, you looked like dog shit in this?
I said you look like Swag Grimace.
That's kind of low key seems like a compliment.
No. I was like, did you like? I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah.
yeah.
And he got clowned on by his boys and the GC and everything, and he was posting them. He's obviously like a good natured fella.
Oh,
You gotta
for
get him
sure.
on the pod, bro.
Him and his boys are all about. I love when he posts the screenshots of just himself getting absolutely flambéed by his
Destroyed.
boys. It's hilarious.
Well, one of them is his uncle. His uncle fucking roasts his ass.
Isn't his dad also like a cool older black guy?
Yeah, he's like a.
I mean, no, he's black. No, his dad is black, but his dad is like a cool older guy who's like you're more of a. He's a father, but he's also his boy.
Yeah, he's like, yo, you see what Champagne Poppy was doing, or like whatever.
Also, I can't believe we're talking about Frasier's relationship with his dad on Patreon.
But
This is what you pay for.
But I was gonna say, we talked about Alone a few weeks ago.
Yes,
One of the best shows on TV right now.
Go on.
There's a moment, and then we'll end it. There's a moment where these people are essentially.
What do you mean these people?
The people on Alone, the survivors, are essentially the outdoor wilderness experts, are essentially starving themselves. Right? They bulk up, and then so that they have like fat and body mass to burn.
Sure.
And so like when they eventually like catch a bunny rabbit or a fish or like hunt a deer, whatever, they have like emotional, visceral reactions where they're like crying.
Oh, because they're I see.
Because they're starving to death, and they're like, I can't go on unless I get some fucking protein. And they like catch a rabbit, and they're like, they've lost like 35% of their body weight, and they're like, thank you. Like they're dying.
I had the same reaction when I had my first sip of hot and sour soup last night. That is the best hot and sour soup I have ever had. I always order hot and sour soup, Peking Duck House in Chinatown, 38 Mott Street.
No.
I don't know. Go there for your birthday. Go there for no reason at all. That is the best hot and sour soup I have ever had.
Yeah, I fucked up by getting the duck soup.
Yeah, absolutely. You
Well, I was
fucked
like,
up.
we're at the duck house. Let me get the duck soup.
Yeah, but it's like we're about to eat an entire duck. You don't
And-
need to get duck soup.
On this episode of Alone, I just watched this one guy who looks like Brian Posner, like that comedian, like the big redhead bald comedian.
Brian Posner?
Brian Poner,
I know
whatever.
Mike Posner.
Whatever. He catches the fish, and he's just wearing a body cam, like fucking on his on his NYPD shit. I guess not. And he catches his fish. It lands in the boat, and he just goes, "Yes, yes, yes."
He pulled the
yes.
He pulled the,
yes.
He pulled the Larry, which is an ass pizza, which is also Sean William Scott from Old School.
Well, that's not a yes. That's like, oh,
Yes, yes. Which is it's all the history of yes.
Okay, this has been the only podcast that matters.
We'll be better next week, guys.
Bye.